The month of June has been downright terrible for the Yankees, and that's after the Aaron Judge toe injury. But all this comes back to roster construction. Hello and welcome to Louisville Slugger Yankees, where we talk Yankees baseball from Louisville, Kentucky. So the month of June did not start ominously for the Yankees. They took 2 out of 3 against the Dodgers and were flying back to New York, but the big question was how long was Aaron Judge going to be out with the toe injury. They were 36-25, their season high watermark, games over 500, and things were looking good. But the problem was, how long was Aaron Judge going to be out? And to this point, it seems like he very well could be out for the entire month of June, very well out, maybe until the All-Star break. The Yankees have not given a timetable yet, and there's no definitive word on when Judge could possibly return. But the offense has been downright anemic and downright terrible these past few weeks. Statistically, in the month of June, the Yankees offense has been the worst or one of the worst teams in baseball. The Yankees have been 3-8 in the past 11 games. They haven't won a series in the past 4 series. But the thing is, this offense shouldn't be 2 runs worse without Aaron Judge. I know he's one of the best players in baseball. He's obviously one of the best hitters in baseball. But this offense still shouldn't be that bad. But the problem is the Yankees are trying to blend some young players with some older players that have struggled this year. So the way the Yankees are built right now offensively, they're either too young or too old. So you look at the young guys, Anthony Volpe and Oswaldo Cabrera, they have struggled this year offensively, and they probably aren't cut out to be everyday big leaguers at this point in their career. They could use a little bit more seasoning in the minor league level. But the Yankees really don't have an option or a chance to send those guys down for development-wise because they don't have anybody else to turn to. And you look at the vets that they've brought in, like Willie Calhoun and Jake Bowers and Billy McKinney. Those guys aren't major league proven players at any point in their career, and the Yankees are rolling those guys out just about every day. Then you look at some of the older guys that have struggled this year and really have regressed. Anthony Rizzo got off to a great start, and I know he's probably in one of his worst stretches in his career. I think he's going to bounce back. He had a great first 2 months of the year. I think he'll get going once again. He's had some good swings of late. But DJ LeMahieu is struck out more and more. His contact rate is so much lower than what it has been. He's also not hitting the ball as hard as he used to. So LeMahieu very well could be on the downturn of his career. And we all know where Josh Donaldson stands in his career at this point. He's around the 150 mark, and he's hit a few home runs, but it's hard to expect Donaldson to pop back up and be what he was in 2021 or 2019 or whatever those MVP type seasons that he was having. Josh Donaldson doesn't have that anymore, but the Yankees are running out Donaldson and LeMahieu at third just about every night. The one guy that's kind of in the ascension of his career right now is Gleyber Torres, and thank goodness the Yankees didn't trade Gleyber this offseason. That was a big commentary throughout the offseason. Were the Yankees going to deal Gleyber Torres because they had an influx of infielders? Gleyber's been the one consistent part of the Yankees lineup. He's hit first, second, third. The Yankees need Gleyber Torres right now, and he's the one guy that's got experience, that's still young, that still plays the game pretty well, even though he will have some mental mistakes along the way. So obviously getting Harrison Bader back will be big, and I think it'll be big for the lineup. He showed some pop, and then he's obviously a great athlete defensively and can make a lot of plays. But this roster is the issue right now, lineup-wise. All these old guys, all these young guys, and the one guy I didn't mention is Giancarlo Stanton, because up until these past few months, up until maybe even last year, Stanton was really a feared hitter in baseball. And you think about his exit velocity and how he was hitting the ball 118 miles an hour and how strong and powerful he was. And you see those glimpses, and we saw those glimpses last year, but his batting average dipped down to the 212, 215, 220. His strikeouts increased, and Stanton really hasn't gotten going this year. Now, obviously, he just got back from the IL, and he might have been rushed. I think if the Yankees could have it back, he very well could have gotten a few more rehab games, but I know he wanted to be back for the LA series, being that he's from there. But Stanton hopefully can get going, but at that point in his career, I don't know what Stanton getting going looks like. Is he going to be a career 250, 220, 200 hitter the rest of his career? I don't know. We'll have to see on that. The problem is I don't know where the Yankees go internally next to fix this lineup issue. Obviously, they've thrown everything at the wall at this point with Billy McKinney, Jake Bauers, Willie Calhoun, and some guys that they're just trying to find a spark. But that spark hasn't been found just yet. There are no Matt Carpenters on this team this year. Now, Oswald Peraza is having a very good year in AAA, but I don't know where he fits at the big league roster. Do they send down Volpe and then call up Peraza? I don't know if that'll work, because if you bring up Peraza, you want him to have MLB at-bats consistently every single day. The Yankees have an influx of infielders, so they're still trying to figure out what they're going to do, but there's really not an excuse for these veterans that have had good seasons, and some of them have had good seasons for the Yankees, to just be terrible this year. And I think that's the biggest issue right now, because when you look at the Yankees lineup on who they have without Aaron Judge, you look at who they have with Josh Donaldson, DJ LeMahieu, Gleyber Torres, Anthony Rizzo, Giancarlo Stanton. That's a pretty formidable lineup, or at least it should be if those guys were producing at the clip that we expected them to. Now, I don't know what the next steps will be. I don't know how long Aaron Judge will be out, but the Yankees need to hold serve and stay around 500 until Judge comes back to remain in postseason contention. If not, and if they keep dropping series after series after series, they're going to fall in the standings, and it's going to be very, very difficult for the Yankees to get back going when Judge and Carlos Rodon and Jonathan Loáisiga and these other guys come back maybe in the second half of the season. Are you concerned about what the Yankees lineup is doing right now? You definitely should be, but how can they fix that? As always, let me know what you think. Give me a like, subscribe, comment. Thank you for watching.